Tragic bike accidents claim one life in Bartica. Guyana News. On January 15, 2025, a tragic series of motorcycle accidents in Bartica, Region 7, has left at least one person confirmed dead. The incidents occurred on Sunday and Monday at 5 Mile Bartica, raising serious concerns about motorcycle safety in the area. Details of the accidents. Reports indicate that the first accident took place on Sunday morning, followed by a second incident on Monday. Initial information suggested that 2 individuals may have lost their lives, while 2 others remain in critical condition. As of now, Guyana News has only confirmed the death of 1 victim, with details surrounding the accidents still emerging. Witnesses and public-spirited citizens have shared cell phone videos showing the victims being rushed to the hospital. The scenes were distressing, with wrecked motorcycles strewn across the concrete road and unconscious victims lying in pools of blood, suffering from severe head and body injuries. 1 victim was found lying in a drain beside the road. Community concerns. A member of the Community Policing Group, CPG, expressed alarm over the increasing frequency of motorcycle accidents in Bartica, particularly among young riders. Motorcycle accidents are quickly becoming an epidemic in Bartica, the CPG member stated. Even the hospital is complaining about it because a high percentage of accident victims are motorcycle-related. It was only time before something tragic like this happened. Ongoing investigation. As investigations continue, local authorities have yet to respond to inquiries regarding the accidents. The community is left to grapple with the consequences of these tragic events, while calls for improved motorcycle safety measures grow louder. This incident serves as a stark reminder of the dangers associated with motorcycle riding and the urgent need for greater awareness and safety initiatives in Bartica. Essequibo coastman jailed for assaulting mother. Guyana Times. On January 15, 2025, 2 individuals from Essequibo Coast, Region 2, Pomarun Supinam, faced charges for various assault-related offenses in the Sudi Magistrates Court. George Khan's case. The first case involves George Khan, a 20-year-old security guard from Good Hope. He has been charged with unlawful wounding and assault causing bodily harm after allegedly assaulting 71-year-old George Kuman, also a security guard, on January 11 in Supinam. Khan, who was not required to plead, was granted bail in the amount of $150,000. As a condition of his bail, he is required to maintain a distance of 100 feet from the virtual complainant. The case has been adjourned to January 30th. Kishon Notha's sentencing. In a separate incident, 26-year-old Kishon Noth, a laborer from Bush Lot, has been charged with assault causing actual bodily harm to his mother, 42-year-old Wijita Gopal. The attack occurred on January 11, 2025. Noth pleaded guilty and was subsequently sentenced to 2 months in prison for his actions. These cases highlight ongoing concerns about violence and safety within the Essequibo Coast community. As legal proceedings continue, the community remains vigilant about the impacts of such incidents on public safety and well-being. Essequibo laborer to face high court trial for attempted murder. On January 15, 2025, Joel Benjamin, a 37-year-old laborer from Lot 167 Queenstown on the Essequibo coast, was charged with attempted murder and is set to face a judge and jury in a forthcoming trial. Background of the case. Benjamin is accused of attempting to kill Jonathan Singh, a 21-year-old miner from Lot 3 Dajarad Sand Reef, Queenstown. The alleged incident took place on April 2, 2024, and has since led to significant legal proceedings. Court proceedings. During a hearing at the Sudi Magistrates Court on Tuesday, presided over by Her Worship, Miss Tamika Clark, the magistrate reviewed the evidence presented. After assessing the details of the case, Magistrate Clark determined that there was sufficient evidence to warrant a trial. Consequently, she committed Benjamin to stand trial at the next practicable session at the Sudi Supreme Criminal Court. Bail granted. Pending the trial, the accused has been granted bail in the amount of $300,000. As the legal process unfolds, the community remains attentive to the developments surrounding this serious charge. This case highlights ongoing concerns regarding safety and legal accountability in the Essequibo region as it moves forward to the High Court. Drug bust. 2 SWAT unit officers arrested with 748.4 grams of narcotics. In a significant drug bust, 2 officers from the SWAT unit found themselves on the wrong side of the law after being arrested with a substantial quantity of suspected narcotics. The incident occurred around 11:15 p.m. on January 14, 2024, when an inspector from the Special Branch, acting on received intelligence, stopped an Axio motor car bearing registration number PAJ 2421. The vehicle was driven by Police Lance Corporal Kevin Thompson, 20355, with Lance Corporal Dwayne Perry, 23874, as the front passenger. Both men are stationed in the SWAT unit. Upon searching the vehicle, authorities discovered a black traveling bag in the back seat containing a quantity of leaves, seeds, and stems suspected to be cannabis, along with plastic wraps, a black scale, and a bag sealer. After being informed of the alleged offense and cautioned, both officers opted to remain silent. The suspected narcotic was weighed, totaling an alarming 748.4 grams. A thorough search of the vehicle yielded no additional evidence. The car's ownership was traced to Diana Persaud of North Road, Laceytown. Further investigation led to Stacy Hodge, a 40-year-old businesswoman from Providence, East Bank, Demerara, and the reputed wife of Kevin Thompson. Hodge explained that she had been involved in a car accident a week prior and had rented the vehicle from Elite Auto Rentals while her own car was being repaired. She stated that she last drove the car on January 10, 2025, and had given the keys to Thompson when he requested a vehicle. The vehicle has since been lodged at the Albertown Police Station. Searches conducted at the homes of both Thompson and Perry did not yield any additional evidence. They have been placed under close arrest as investigations continue. This incident raises serious concerns regarding the conduct of officers sworn to uphold the law, highlighting the ongoing challenges faced in combating drug-related offenses within law enforcement. As the investigation unfolds, the community watches closely for further developments. Tragedy strikes at Mahayakoni, 2 lives lost in violent incident. In a heartbreaking incident on Wednesday morning in Mahayakoni, East Coast, Demerara, 2 individuals lost their lives following an altercation involving a mentally ill man, identified as Roger Irwin Pierre, commonly known as Pants. Details of the incident. According to police reports, Pierre went on a violent rampage armed with a knife, leading to chaos in the community. In an attempt to restrain him, 68-year-old Frederick Williams, a resident of Airy Hall, was tragically stabbed multiple times by Pierre. When police arrived at the scene, they were forced to shoot Pierre to neutralize the threat. Both Pierre and the injured Williams were transported to the Mahayakoni Hospital for treatment. Unfortunately, it was later revealed that Williams had also sustained gunshot wounds in addition to the stab wounds he received from Pierre. Despite medical efforts, Williams succumbed to his injuries while receiving treatment. Additional casualties. The violent confrontation did not end with the tragic deaths of Pierre and Williams. Reports indicate that 2 other individuals were injured during the chaos as authorities attempted to subdue the armed and dangerous Pierre. Ongoing investigations. The police are currently conducting an investigation into the incident to gather more details and understand the circumstances surrounding the confrontation. This tragic event has left the community in shock, highlighting ongoing concerns about mental health and public safety. As investigations continue, the community mourns the loss of Frederick Williams, who bravely tried to intervene, and reflects on the tragic events that unfolded in Mahayakoni. Onderneeming resident charged with rape. Guyana Times. On January 15, 2025, Gopal Sean Baljoda, a 46-year-old laborer from Onderneeming sand pit on the Essequibo coast, was charged with rape and appeared in the Suddy Magistrates Court before Magistrate Tamika Clark. Details of the charge. The charge stems from an alleged incident that took place on January 1, 2024, at Onderneeming sand pit. Baljoda is accused of raping a woman from Region 2. The charge was filed under Section 3(3) of the Sexual Offenses Act, Chapter 803. Court proceedings. During the court session, the prosecutor objected to bail, citing the serious nature of the allegations. However, the court ultimately granted bail in the amount of $300,000. Next steps. The case has been adjourned to January 30, 2025, as it moves forward in the judicial process. The community is closely monitoring the developments surrounding this serious charge, highlighting ongoing concerns about issues of safety and justice in the region. Prison officer caught smuggling narcotics at Mazaruni Prison. A young prison officer, who was caught on Tuesday, January 14, 2025, smuggling marijuana inside the Mazaruni Prison, was charged criminally when he appeared Wednesday morning at the Bartica Magistrates Court. Joel Johnson pleaded guilty for the offense of possession of narcotics for the purpose of trafficking. He was sentenced to 3 years imprisonment. Johnson was arrested on Tuesday by his colleagues for the smuggling in 804 grams of marijuana into the prison. The rank reportedly was off-duty but returned to the correctional facility. However, on arrival at the checkpoint, a search was conducted on his person, during which 10 parcels suspected to be marijuana was found concealed in his backpack. The marijuana was found wrapped in small plastics and hidden inside several soap boxes and 2 Colgate toothpaste boxes. Meanwhile, Director of Prisons Nick Elliott commended the vigilance and dedication of the prison staff involved in foiling the smuggling attempt. He emphasized that both members of the public and prison officers found engaging in contraband smuggling. Community takes action as police investigate armed incident on East Coast Demerara. On January 14, 2025, a tense situation unfolded on the east coast of Demerara, where community vigilance and courage played a crucial role in apprehending 2 armed men suspected of criminal activity. The incident began at approximately 21:17 hours when a 35-year-old contractor from Lusignan noticed a suspicious white wagon parked near his workshop in Annandale. Recognizing the potential threat, the contractor alerted his workers and kept a watchful eye. Shortly after, 3 men, clad in dark hooded clothing and armed with cutlasses, exited the vehicle and approached the workshop. However, upon spotting the contractor's workers, they quickly retreated and fled the scene. The situation escalated around 0:10 hours on January 15th when the contractor observed 4 men on 2 motorcycles, suspiciously riding through the village while appearing to carry firearms. Alarmed, he alerted his neighbors, who banded together to pursue the individuals. During the chase, one suspect fired a shotgun at the contractor's vehicle, damaging the right front wheel, but the determined neighbors continued their pursuit. In the ensuing chaos, one suspect fell from a motorcycle while attempting to escape. The remaining suspects fired additional rounds at their pursuers, but their flight was cut short when another pillion rider fell, leaving one motorcyclist to escape. The community members managed to secure the scene, where they discovered a 12-gauge shotgun and a .22 Beretta pistol next to the fallen suspects. One suspect, who refused to provide information, was found with a suspected gunshot wound to his right abdomen. Emergency medical technicians from the Melanie Fire Station were called to the scene and rendered aid before transporting the injured individual to Georgetown Public Hospital Corporation under police guard. His condition is reported as serious. The second suspect, identified as 30-year-old Sean Jones from Turkian, was arrested and taken into custody. The recovered firearms, a 12-gauge shotgun and a partially defaced .22 Beretta pistol, were secured for analysis, along with 8 suspected 9mm spent shells collected as evidence. Both suspects' hands, along with the contractors, were swabbed for gunshot residue, GSR. Detectives, alongside the Anti-Crime Patrol and crime scene ranks, responded promptly to the incident, which was reported to the police at 0:15 hours. As the investigation continues, authorities are obtaining statements and gathering further evidence to understand the full scope of this alarming incident. This event highlights the importance of community awareness and action in the face of potential danger, showcasing how residents can come together to protect their neighborhood.